Is it just me or do men not approach women anymore? I fucking hate dating apps. I do not want to get back on one. I'd like to meet someone IRL, in real life, in the wild. But this seems hard as hell because if you are someone who doesn't go out to bars, it seems like at bars, it's socially acceptable for like people to approach each other. But everywhere else, like, in a coffee shop or like in a restaurant or on the street, it seems like it's not like the norm anymore. Like, everyone just kind of minds their own business. And I don't know if this is just me or if this is just where I live. I live in kind of a small town.
And this is where a lot of women either fail to be honest about the culture that they've created, or they just don't realize that women have literally caused this. Men want to date women. Some men want to marry women. Some men want kids. But they learned that approaching women in real life can get them called creepy or intrusive. There are thousands of videos on TikTok, maybe even millions, of women saying, "Don't approach us. We don't like it when men approach us. Don't talk to us. Leave me alone. Don't approach at the gym. Don't approach at the movies. Don't approach at the park." Like, literal specifics. And a lot of women seem to think that men don't care about women's boundaries, or that women say something and they're just going to ignore it. And that's actually so far from true. The majority of men I know, they don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. If you're sitting there reading a book, they do want to leave you alone. And she mentions bars. Well, it's like, if you're not into the bar scene, you need to approach men in real life. Like, women should be doing the approaching. One big contradiction I'm constantly seeing with this specific situation is women will say, "Don't approach me while I'm alone because I feel unsafe." Okay, valid. But also, don't approach me when I'm with my friends. So what is he supposed to do? And obviously, as a fellow woman, I know that it's better if he approaches you in public when there's people around, like at the store or whatever, but there's still a ton of videos of women saying don't do that. And not only that, but it's not hard to just take your phone out and record the person who's approaching. And we see videos like that all the time where some man's just trying to ask a girl out on a date and she's filming him, and then she posts it on social media and mocks him, and sometimes that man is recognized, and then he becomes known as the creep at work or at school or whatever he's doing. So a lot of women do not realize the risk a man takes on when he approaches a woman, that sometimes it's not in his best interest. And I've even seen women flat out be like, "Ew, you're ugly," or "I don't like you," or why do you think you have a right to approach me?" Like, a man doesn't know you. He doesn't know what kind of reaction he's going to get out of you if he simply asks you if you want to go get a coffee. And some women say, "Well, I was making it clear I was interested." Why? Because you looked over at him twice? You smirk a little bit? Like, that's not enough. A lot of men have, like, been in situations like that where he's like, okay, she's interested, and then he approaches and she gets mad, and it's like, well, I thought those signals meant you liked me. And again, the misunderstanding there is just, it happens way too frequently. We have effectively trained men to become hyper aware of our discomfort, and now that they're cautious, we're complaining about them being cautious. Like, it can't go both ways. And the worst that she can say is no is so far from the truth. She could laugh, she could spit in his face. Like, women get a free pass to do almost whatever they want in those situations, and they're really not held accountable for it. And you see other women praising a woman for being rotten to men. And how hard would it be to normalize women just walking up with, a note card or something and just being like, "Here's my phone number, call me, you're cute," or whatever, just like give it to him with your number on it. A napkin, a receipt, whatever, or say, "Hey, could I get your number?" And then you guys, pull your phones out. Like, how hard is it for women to approach men? You can still do it in a feminine way, because I know some women's concern is they still want to be feminine. Those things can go hand in hand. But unless you want to be limited to dating apps, you need to start approaching in real life. Women. Not men. Women.